Okay, let's get into this deep dive. We're looking at some really potent parts of Psalms chapter 62 today.
Right. And the core theme that jumps out, I think, is finding real rest,
Yeah.
genuine stability.
Exactly. And the text, right from the get-go, it points you in a very specific direction.
Mhm.
Those opening lines, my soul finds rest in God alone, my salvation comes from him. It's quite a statement.
It really is. And then it builds on that salvation, rock, fortress, all leading to this almost defiant claim. I will never be shaken.
What really grabs me there is the alone. My soul finds rest in God alone.
Yeah, that's striking, isn't it? Sort of immediately pushes aside all the other things we tend to lean on. You know, our jobs, maybe relationships, achievements.
Our status.
Right. And this is no true stability, that feeling of never being fundamentally rattled. It comes from this single source. It's pretty radical, even now.
And then it pivots almost immediately to why you might need that singular focus. It asks, how long will you assault a man? And the description it uses for the person under attack is fascinating. This leaning wall, this tottering fence.
That imagery is so powerful. It speaks to inherent fragility, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's not just that you're being pushed, it's that you're already unsteady.
Exactly. A leaning wall, a tottering fence, they're already compromised, vulnerable, predisposed to collapse.
And it even gets into the motive behind the attacks. People who fully intend to topple him, who take delight in lies.
Yes, speaking blessings outwardly, but, cursing inwardly. There's a real awareness there of deception, of human malice.
Which makes that return to the internal anchor even more crucial. The text repeats it. Find rest, O my soul, in God alone. My hope comes from him.
It's like a conscious recentering. Okay, the outside world is shaky, people can be treacherous, but here is where hope lies.
It's a reinforcement, like you said.
And it explains why. My salvation and my honor depend on God. It's not just shelter, it's the source of your standing, your worth even.
He's the mighty rock, the refuge. It's not about hiding from reality, it sounds like, but about having a fundamentally different anchor point.
Precisely. Anchoring yourself outside the world's instability.
Which then leads into this pretty blunt assessment of where people often do place their trust. Other humans.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't hold back there, does it? Low-born men are but a breath, the high-born are but a lie.
Incredibly stark, basically saying if you put them on the scales looking for ultimate security.
Poof, like a breath. Or deceptive, like a lie. Human status, influent, it amounts to very little in that ultimate sense.
And it doesn't stop with people. It goes right for wealth, too.
Do not trust in extortion or take pride in stolen goods. That's a clear warning about ill-gotten gains.
But then it adds, though your riches increase, do not set your heart on them.
That's the crucial part, isn't it? It's not necessarily saying wealth is bad in itself, but warning against making it your core identity, your ultimate security.
Setting your heart on it.
Right. Because it's just as unreliable ultimately as human status. Another tottering fence.
So if people are a breath and wealth isn't the answer, where do you turn?
The text gives a clear directive. Trust in him at all times, O people. Pour out your hearts to him.
It's active, isn't it? A choice to trust. An intimate pour out your hearts.
Yeah, that's just a real relationship, a vulnerability. You don't pour out your heart to just anyone or anything. It implies connection. God is our refuge.
And why is he the refuge? The text seems to ground it.
It does. It says, one thing God has spoken, two things have I heard. That God has strength and that he has love, steadfast love.
Strength and love, power and care.
Exactly. And that he rewards everyone according to their actions. So there's justice, too. Power, love, justice. That's the foundation of the refuge.
That pulls it all together. The reliability isn't arbitrary.
Not at all. It's rooted in God's very character.
Yeah.
So the whole psalm sets up this huge contrast.
Between what?
Between the fleeting, unreliable nature of human beings, social status, wealth, all those leaning walls, and the solid, unwavering foundation found in God alone, characterized by strength, love, and justice.
That's where the rest and salvation are truly found, according to this.
That's the message. Unshakable stability comes from that source alone.
So wrapping up this deep dive into Psalm 62, the core idea really is that stark choice, isn't it? Relying on things that are inherently shaky, like people or possessions.
Versus finding that absolute security, that refuge in God alone.
And it's not passive. It's a call to actively trust, to pour out your heart, because that's where the real strength and love reside.
Mm.
It definitely leaves you with something to think about. In a world that often does feel like a leaning wall or a tottering fence, what does it actually look like practically for you to find your rock, your refuge? Where are you placing that ultimate trust?
Yeah. What really guides where your heart rests? Good question to ponder.